All right, this is Shepherd, and we're up here in Milwaukee about ready to get to some business tonight. We've got Trevor here from Obituary. Thanks for taking some time with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Scott.
You betcha. When I saw, I'm sure when all fans saw this package come out, it's sick as hell in our minds. Has it been that way on stage with you guys, all four of these bands?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the houses have been packed every night. Just either sold out or damn close to it. You know what I mean? And for the fans, it's perfect. We've been trying to make this happen for years, actually. Les and Cannibal, trying to put together a good package. And if you remember, about 14 months ago, we did Carcass and Obituary, and then we did a DTA tour, and that proves that you put good bands together that, instead of having just one main headliner, you put a bunch of bands that are headliners. It just fills up the houses, and the kids are happy. You get more bang for your buck, It's been sick, totally.
And speaking of buck, I mean, the price point, $25 is all it is tonight to get in. I mean, that you can't beat that as a fan.
Right.
So I'm thanking you as a fan because I go to a lot of shows.
Right.
Got to see Nile a few weeks ago here. It was like $25.
Right.
That helps out. That kind of spreads the word.
Right. Yeah, totally. I mean, that was part of the deal, too, You got to keep the ticket price low. It can't be $50 something stupid, because people can't afford it, man.
Amen to that. Tell me a little bit about Hopped in Half.
It's going to be here soon with some samples. Is
that right?
Yeah, one of the reps from Three Floyds is going to be here at 7 o'clock with our first bottles of it. So,
all right.
The idea basically came about because we did their festival for the Dark Lord beer at Three Floyds last year, and the head brewmaster, is a huge metal fan in general, and then he loves Obituary. He came back to our tent that day and was like, "Hey, I love you guys." And we sat down, drank some beers, and then we were getting buzzed a little bit. And he's like, "Man, let's do an Obituary beer." We're like, "Absolutely." So that's kind of how it culminated. It started.
So you haven't had a chance to even taste it yet.
No.
So tonight's the night.
Yeah, tonight's the night, actually.
Oh, very good.
How ironic.
Is it an IPA?
No, it's going to – well, that's why it's called Hopped in Half. It's not going to be real hoppy. Well, the Tardys and Kenny, too, they're more into like Budweiser. That's what they like, Budweiser. So they were like – they outnumbered me for the voting of the flavor. So I was like, you do whatever y'all want. I don't give a damn. I'll go buy my Cigar City High Life IPA. You know what I mean? But so it's cool, though. Either way, for me, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Another thing you guys got going on that's kind of fun for us fans is that video you have.
Oh, yeah, the cartoon.
How did that all come about?
Well, I think forever we've wanted to do an animated video. Literally from day one, it's always been like a dream to do that. And this guy from where's he from? Budapest, yeah, or something. He's one day just out of the blue, this guy emailed us saying, "Hey, I'm an animator and I'd like to do a video for you guys." And we're like, "Okay, send us some ideas." And he sent us this little thing. It was real gory and over the top. I mean, we were like, well, if we're gonna do a cartoon, let's do something funny. So we gave him the ideas and he went for it. It took about 6 months, I guess. He's actually a cartoon artist, doing comic strips for the paper in Budapest. And some local band one day was like, "Hey, we need you to animate something." He's like, "I don't do that." That's how he kind of got started. He's like, "Okay, I'll try," and then that's what he does.
Totally global then, huh?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's pretty funny. We hope to make a second. The next one would be the continuation of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys show up for the venue and it's the wrong night.
Yeah, we're a day early. We think we're late, but we're actually early.
Yeah, that's fun. That was good times.
Yeah.
You guys have toured so much. Do you still get butterflies? You still get nervous before you go on stage?
Every once in a while it happens. I don't know. Normally I never have been the person who got nervous to play, but every once in a while you do a little bit. Just I don't know why. Sometimes it just happens. Like, oh wow, this is gonna be weird. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's usually when I'm smoking some weed or something. I get kind of paranoid maybe, so I usually don't get high before I play because of that. I'll drink some beers. Yeah. Which do the opposite. They loosen you up and you have no fear.
There you go. What do you enjoy most about the new album?
That there's all good songs. I mean, to me, when we were putting it together after we recorded everything, it was like, wow, that's all pretty badass. And then the next one, holy crap, it was like just keeps going like that every song after song. Overall, I think the whole thing's a good album, in general. And of course, the artwork is just tremendous.
Huh.
It's totally ridiculous.
It's brutal.
Yeah. In fact, we had second thoughts about using it. And just even when we saw just pencil sketch of it, our artist Andreas Marshall in Germany, we gave him this because the idea came up. I was like, wouldn't it be cool to have just like an image of someone's chest, like somebody carved our name into their chest, bleeding, and something simple. We gave him that idea, and he goes, "Oh, I got some. Okay, cool." And he sent us this pencil sketch of his torso, and we're like, "Oh, that's pretty extreme looking." Because we got kids, and
Sure.
we've never been that gory of a band,
right?
And then when he sent us the rendered, final, painted version, you're like, oh, "Lord, you got to use that." I don't care who you are, In fact, my father was like, "You seriously gonna put that on your album, son?" I'm like, "Absolutely." And they got banned in Germany.
Is that right?
Yeah, which is the first time it's ever happened for Obituary. They didn't ban it. They just had to put a slipcase over it at the stores.
Okay, a little censorship going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It's so funny to think they had that in Germany, with their history,
Yeah, like this is the thing that offends everyone.
Yeah,
exactly.
Gee.
Yeah, my wife came home and she I had sent her the part where you put your own face on it.
Yeah.
And then I posted that to her, and she's like, "You are just a sick individual." So I said, "Well, I'm going to go to the show. You want to go?" She's like, "Absolutely not." I said, "You're lost. Don't worry about it. We'll have a good time without you anyway."
Right.
Has Milwaukee been a good place to you guys?
Yeah, we've always enjoyed. Obviously there was the Metal Fest for years, always coming here. So we've always had a special little spot in our heart for Milwaukee. And all of us have. Like Terry, even with Death coming up here early in the days, and we did. I think our first time was like '89, maybe. So it's always enjoyed Milwaukee. In fact, we had a day off yesterday, and our sound man and I we went to the Bucks Lakers game last night.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So you got to see the Kobe farewell thing.
Yeah, it's kind of why we came. We figured we looked ahead and we saw they're playing. Then we saw it was Lakers. We're like, even better. Let's go. Just to get out and have some fun,
It's a good town. It's a fun town.
It was funny. We got out of the game, and I was like, look how cool that building is. There was a full moon above it, and I took a photo of it, and I was like, that's sick. And then we were like, that's where I'm playing. We saw the name. We were like, what are the odds of that? We knew it was near, but we didn't know it was right. There it is, right when we walked out of the Coliseum.
There's a restaurant behind you here if you ever gone to. It's the Old World German Beer Hall.
Right.
God. The food there incredible.
Yeah.
And they only serve like the Bavarian German.
Right.
Beers. So
we saw the place when we pulled up.
Yeah.
We saw it last night actually because we were walking around some bars after the game.
Good deal.
It looks good. I mean, we already ate dinner and it stinks, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit musically, about what you guys do and how you do it. One of the things that attracts a lot of fans when I talk to Obituary fans is you guys have a lot, or they have at least a fair share of songs where there's a lot of just flat out jamming. And then you get some vocals, and sometimes it's vocals right away. Is that on purpose, or do you guys just start jamming and you're like, God, this is good. We got to keep this?
Yeah, I don't know. It is basically when we make music together, we'll write a song musically and put it all down and to where, okay, this sounds like a song, and then we'll say, here, John, have at it, and he kind of does what he does, So we just let him have free reign over it. I mean, if you have a little idea, you tell him, he might do it. But, he just kind of does what he does, and we just let it be, And I've always enjoyed that. I think it's cool because the music's so heavy and groovy, and it's fun,
Oh, it's absolutely groovy. What do you think? Groovy sounds like a '60s term, but we're talking about groovy metalish. Do you think that's the niche that has made you guys so successful, or is that just too simple of a way to put it?
It definitely has a big part of it because, like, if you go to an extreme metal fest like in Europe and we're playing, 9 out of 10 times we stand out like a sore thumb. I mean, because everything's blast beats around us, everything's real technical and fast, and then we play and it's like this big wall of guitar, slowed down beats and even doomy shit, and then we kick it in overdrive sometimes. It's like a roller coaster ride. Yeah. And a lot of the other bands that are more monotone, kind of right on the same speed the whole time. They throw a tempo and that's the whole show. And so I think we jump out a lot because of that.
Yeah, I totally believe that. When you guys have been in Europe, what's something I try to tell metal fans in America, we got to up our game. Are they just more insane than we are? Do we just not get it here sometimes? I
don't know. It's it's hard to explain. It's just amazing. We started a thing in Florida called Florida Metal Fest. To hopefully, because Tampa, being a big scene of metal, makes sense. And I don't know what it is with Americans. I think Americans are more into trendy type music, more commercial type music. I think in general, and metal's not on your everyday average radio rock station. So I think that's part of the reason. And in Europe, people just love metal, and it's great. And obviously, there's like 4,000 festivals every summer.
I know, it's crazy.
It's actually too much at this point.
Yeah, you have to kind of select what's best for you guys.
Yeah,
what fits schedule wise.
Yeah, we did a list actually this fall. We were over there touring, and we're talking to our agent about summer festivals for this year. We made a list, and it was like, I don't know, 98 that we broke down. And they were like, of course, we're not going to do all these. It's impossible.
Right.
And you can't, legally, they won't even let you because some of there's clauses that say you can't play within a month of this region, or certain big festivals are like that because they're paying you good. And they're like, we want to be exclusive of your set,
Sure.
So, but, we're like, here's a list. Let's pick out some good ones and go for it. But yeah, I think it was something crazy, close to 100. It was funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
When you grew up as a fan, and obviously you're still a fan, how did you know, or when did you know, or was there a band, or was there a concert, or was there a show where you were like, that's me, I got to do that?
Might have been the Nasty Savage concert I went to in Tampa. They're from Tampa, and I was already listening to them a little bit. Had their demo, and I was like, this is amazing. I was already into metal already, but I don't think I ever been to a show yet. I think I was like literally 13, hadn't been to a big show or concert, and I went and saw them at the fairground, just a small show, probably 150 people there, and I was like, this is sick, this is it right here. I'm in. Where do sign me up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just went downhill from there. And my mom, it's funny, my mother one time was buying me an amp for Christmas or something, a small Fender thing. And the music rep at the store was like, so what kind of music's playing? She was telling him metal. And she's like, I really don't like it or whatever. And he's like, oh, don't worry, it's just a trend. How old is he? She's like, he's 14, right? He's like, oh, it's a trend. He'll get out of it. It's like, Mom, the trend's still happening. The hair never got shaved. And here I am.
I think a lot of us have had that where there was, we were told it's a phase. You'll get out of it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a lifestyle.
Exactly.
It becomes exactly what you do your whole life.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
awesome.
It's pretty great. She still asks, you ever going to cut that hair? She's just messing with me at this point. Like, Mom, I'm going to be like Gandalf, long white hair one day. That's it.
There you go.
It's there.
Absolutely. What bands do you listen to that may shock fans?
Oh, I don't know. Probably nothing. Well, I used to love, when I was younger, like NWA and Public Enemy, shit like that. Ice-T, totally listened to all that shit when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And, most metal fans don't get into rap much. I don't listen to rap nowadays. I mean, I would still listen to like Ice Cube right now if you put on Predator. That album's amazing. Probably one of the sickest rap albums ever. But like the newer rap stuff's just so cheesy to me. I don't even relate to it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But that older shit was so extreme. It was like death metal of rap. Like, I mean, they're talking about killing people and shit. It was pretty brutal shit.
Amen.
So I used to love that shit. And I love like Southern rock, but a lot of people I think know that about me. Maybe not, because before we play, we always play like a Southern rock set list in between the set change, while we're setting up to play. So, but love Skinner and Allman Brothers and Molly Hatchet, all that good stuff.
What bands that are just up and coming right now would you plug? You say, man, people should know more about this band or that band.
It's hard for me to say. I'm kind of a stick in the mud at this point in my life. I literally, all the stuff I listen to is old. I mean, really, my music, it's sad. I mean, I see all these bands at a show or a festival, but I never listen to much metal, really. If I do, it's going to be some old Maiden or Sabbath, or Dio, Rainbow, Slayer. So I'm pretty bad. I'm the worst person to ask that to. Besides John Tardy, maybe. He's the same. He's like Terry now. He can tell you some stuff. But, yes, I'm pretty bad. Sad.
Well, we're here in Milwaukee tonight getting ready for a great show. And where are you guys off to next? Is it St. Louis or is it or Chicago, or have you already been to
St. Louis? Yeah, St. Louis tomorrow. And I think Chicago's in we go to Kansas before that. I think somewhere else, and then we're Chicago 4 days, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're pretty early on the tour, but you got 5 or 6 in a row after tonight, or including tonight?
I think tonight's 5 in a row starting tonight. Yeah, we had a day off yesterday, and then we got 5 in a row. It's been pretty good. It's about 5 is the max I think we're doing in a row on this. It might be a 6 in a row one time maybe. But it's beautiful. It's good for the singers. Let them rest their voice for a day singing this extreme shit,
Yeah. Hi, as we wrap up here, any last thing you'd like to say to the readers and the fans?
Yeah, thanks for being a fan, and keep loving metal, and keep coming to see Obituary. We love the support. It's amazing. I can't believe we're still here doing this after this many moons. Since way back in the 1900s. It's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's cool. Was that a